So you've done it. You've built an incredible business, you found the right buyer, and that letter of intent is signed. You are in the home stretch. But honestly, this is exactly where so many deals fall apart. So let's dive into a real-world case study on how you navigate a crisis in due diligence and, most importantly, how you save your sale. And just to be clear, this is not some textbook exercise. We are talking about a real deal with over $7 million on the line. The stakes couldn't be higher, and a single, unexpected report threatened to make all of it just disappear. And right here, this is the bombshell at the heart of our story. One of the most common, and let's be honest, one of the most feared, surprises you can get, especially if there's real estate involved, is an environmental issue. It's like slamming on the brakes at 100 miles an hour. Everything just stops. Now, to really understand the crisis, we first have to get the lay of the land. We need to talk about that critical phase where all happened, due diligence. Think of due diligence as the ultimate show your work phase. The buyer has made an offer based on everything you've told them. Now they bring in their army of lawyers, accountants, and consultants to get under the hood and make sure everything is exactly as you said it was. And this is where the pressure really cranks up. I mean, the buyer is spending tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars just to verify your claims. So the most important thing to remember here is that the burden of proof is 100% on you, the seller. Any mistake, any inaccuracy, whether you meant it or not, could be used to renegotiate the price or kill the deal outright. So the stage is set. You're moving along, you're feeling good about everything, and then the phone rings. And just like that, your deal is on life support. This is the question that keeps business owners up at night. You've been totally transparent, you think you've got everything covered, and then some routine standard check uncovers a ghost from the past you never even knew existed. So, what do you do? Now, what's really crazy here is just how fast this all happens. I mean, look at this. The property used to be a service station, right? So of course the buyer asks for an environmental report. That's standard. But the second that report comes back with suspected underground tanks, boom, the brakes get slammed on the entire deal. And to really understand the buyer's panic, you have to see it through their eyes. We're talking about California here, which has some of the toughest environmental laws in the world. So this discovery just opens a complete Pandora's box of liability. The buyer's not just thinking about a simple cleanup cost. No, they're picturing huge, open-ended costs, massive government fines, and inheriting a legal nightmare that could haunt them for years. Okay, the crisis is here. The deal is hanging by a thread. This is not the time to panic. It is the time for a calm, methodical, and really, really fast response. Let's walk through the playbook. Your immediate job is to control the narrative, and that means you have to move fast. Gather every single document, financial, legal, you name it. Review all your contracts. You need to show that you're in compliance. But the key, the absolute key, is to get ahead of the problem and disclose everything with total transparency. It's all about rebuilding that trust by showing you have absolutely nothing to hide. And this right here is the golden rule, radical transparency. But it's not just about admitting there's a problem. It's about framing it as a solvable challenge. Your message needs to be, yes, we found something. Here's all the data we have, and look, here's the expert team we're bringing in right now to figure it out and create a solution. We are going to solve this with you. That approach, it turns you from a seller with a problem into a partner in the solution. And let me be clear, this is not a fight you can win by yourself. You shouldn't even try. Your very next move is to immediately get your mission-critical team of specialists on the phone, people who have been in these exact situations before. Each one of these people plays a crucial, distinct role. Your transaction advisor, they're the quarterback, calling the plays and managing the whole strategy. The environmental specialist, they're your expert on the ground, figuring out exactly what the problem is and how you fix it. Your lawyer is there to protect you from liability, and your financial expert makes the numbers work to keep this deal alive. All right, the team is in place, you've got a strategy of transparency. Now you can switch from playing defense to playing offense. You can start actively solving the problem and moving this deal toward the finish line. So your environmental specialist is going to come in with a clear, concrete plan. Maybe it involves digging up and removing some soil or treating the groundwater. The point is, you present the buyer with an actionable plan that has a real timeline and a real budget. You turn this huge, unknown fear into a manageable, definable project. And this is where the real creative problem-solving comes in. Instead of just taking a massive cut on the price, you can actually change the structure of the deal to manage the risk. For example, you, the seller, can fund an escrow account at closing just to cover the estimated cleanup costs. This gives the buyer total peace of mind, but it also protects you from an over-the-top price cut. It's a really smart way to transfer the risk without killing the deal.
So we saved the deal. But the biggest lesson here isn't actually in how you respond to the crisis. It's in how you can avoid having one in the first place.
The absolute best strategy is to put your own business through due diligence before you ever even think about going to market. I mean, run your own pre-due diligence. Hire an attorney to scour every contract for potential problems. Find the skeletons in your own closet so you can deal with them on your own time, with your own money, not under the pressure of a live deal with a buyer breathing down your neck. And the payoff for all that prep work? It's huge. Just look at this timeline. A prepared seller can literally cut the due diligence period in half. An unprepared seller, though, you're looking at a long, drawn-out process where deal fatigue can set in and the whole thing just fizzles out. Preparation saves you time, it saves you money, and it saves you a ton of stress. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? Preparation is your best offense and your best defense. When you're organized and you have a great team, you control the process. You inspire confidence. And you turn potential deal killers into nothing more than manageable bumps in the road. So I'll leave you with this question. If you got that call tomorrow, the one about a big, ugly, unexpected problem, would you be ready to respond? Or would your dream deal become just another cautionary tale? The time to prepare for that call is right now.